comes to this final fence.
We have a new leader right now.
Here we go, the speed class, the two-star prize club Hípico La Silla with 47 combinations. First to go, representing the home nation of Mexico, representado Mexico con Caban SCM. Caban, 9 years of age, gelding by Canan out of Uruguay, Gerardo Fernandez, Mexico. Y Caban SCM. Time out of 77 seconds. Tiempo de 77 segundos. Allez-y, c'est parti. Le prix club Hípico La Silla, Gerardo Fernandez. Caban SCM, Mexico for Mexico. Over the final fence in 80.97 with a score of 12 penalties for Gerardo Fernandez and Caban SCM. 80.97, a score of 12, thus in total 197, 80.97 for Caban SCM. This is a 12-year-old mare, now bred by Baloo Uruguay and Chin Chin. This is Silhouette Mystic Rose, next to go for the home nation as well, representado Mexico, también Manuel Castillo, y Silhouette Mystic Rose. 4 for jumping and 16 for exceeding the time allowed for Manuel Castillo and Silva to Mystic Rose. 16 por el de tiempo también para México. Silva to Mystic Rose, bred by Balou Durueb. And out of Chin Chin, a score of 20 in 92.03. This prize presented by Club Hípico La Silla. México para Ivana Gandara Robinson Boers, number 3, our third to go in the speed class, joining us with Chakiranda PS. PS referring to Paul Schockemöhle, German-bred 8-year-old by Chacun Blue and the cartoon, representando México en el Premio Club Hípico La Silla, Ivana Gandara Robinson Boers y Chakiranda PS. And that's a clear 0 falta 0 para México. Chakiranda PS, Ivana Gandara Robinson Boers arriving without any issues in this pre-powered by Club Hípico La Silla. 0 falta 71.50 segundos. Now the game is on with the time of Ivana Gandara Robinson Boers and Chakiranda PSA 71.50 and clear for the home nation. And that leads us to Chacon Rouge, an 8-year-old gelding that is Oldenburger bred. Was bred by Paul Schockemöhle 2, is by the great Chacon Blue, out of the full sister to the Grand Prix horse Little Rouge of Francisco Murra. That then is by Papillon Rouge and Ute Carrandos. Now to Nicolas Pizarro para México y Chacon Rouge. That's a clear, and that's a fast clear from Nicolas Pizarro and Chacon Rouge. 66-64, 66-64, primer lugar para México en ese premio Club Hípico La Silla goes faster than Ivana Gandara Robinson Boers and the Chakiranda PS, and now Chacon Rouge on top of the leaderboards. This is Chakun's Concerta PS, an 8-year-old as well, joining us, a stallion by Chakun Blue, this time combined with Contargos and Quickstar. The Dem is a full sister to Contastar. That Dem gave Casargos C, the 155 stallion of Carolina Palmucci. This is Daniel Rijan, and Chakun's Concerta PS para Mexico for the home nation in this 2-star speed competition. Deciding to retire, se retira en este premio club hípico La Silla, México, Daniel Rijan. Y Chakun's Concerta PS deciding to retire in this speed class. This is now Glam Rock Queen HJD, bred in France by the team of Céline Baron, gelding by Contendro out of Cooldive. With Glam Rock Queen HJD out of the same dam as Hard Rock Queen HJD of Alain Bourdon, Great Rats. This is now Martina Elisa Santoro para Argentina, representing Argentina, and riding Santa Rosa Cesa, number 6, is next on course, número 6 para Argentina. Cuatro faltas, cuatro para México, 4 faults in the round of Santa Rosa, Dakota Z and Luis Gerardo Castañeda Mercado. 4 faltas, 63.99 segundos, 63.99, a great time on the clock. But then it is a 4 for this combination for Mexico para México, Luis Gerardo Castañeda Mercado, Santa Rosa, Dakota Z. Leads us to the start of Mississippi and Oscar Bragan Gavino. Mississippi is Dutch bred, KWPM bred, an 8-year-old by Glasgow van het Medelsnest en Balubet du Rouet. Best of luck, number 9 para México con Mississippi.
27 total, 27 for this combination for Mexico. It was Oscar Maragall and Mississippi.
Total total of 27 time faults are included in 99.33 for Oscar and Mississippi. Once again, the Dutch bred stallion, KWPN, referring to Koninklijk Warmbloedpaard in Nederland. It's King of Pop VK, bred by Dakar VDL out of Lupicor para Colombia. For the Colombian tricolore, we welcome John Perez Bomb and the King of Pop VK. 12 in total, 12 for John Perez Bomb and the King of Pop VK. Dos en total, 12 faltas, 84, 45, 84.45 and 12 for John Perez Bomb and King of Pop VK for Colombia. Then to Rocker van de Berghoeve. De Berghoeve leads us to the breeding stables of Paul van den Bos in Belgium. It's Belgium Warmblood 2, an 8-year-old by Doctoro out of Nabab de Rijve, Mexico. Luis Roque Martin del Campo, notado Rocker van de Berghoeve. Four faults for penalties in the round of Luis Roque Martin del Campo and Rocker van de Berghoeve. Quattro faltas, 4 for this Belgian Warmblood 8-year-old Rocker van de Berghoeve in the 65-34. 65-34 con 4 faltas para Luis Roque Martin del Campo. Now to Conandro. Conandro 2, ride of Alejandro Martin del Campo for the Mexican tricolore as well. We are about to witness a round of the 14-year-old Holstein gelding, sent by Connor 48. And Colandro, Mexico, Alejandro Martín del Campo, Conandro 2. Clear all the way, great round from Alejandro Martín del Campo con number 2, 0 faltas 65, 09, 65.09, and taking the second position on our podium in the Spree Club Hípico La Silla, the 2-star speed class. In segundo lugar para México con number 12, Alejandro Martín del Campo, 65.09, 64.92 is leading the standings. It's Greta Matienzo leading the dance with the Glamrock Queen Ace JD. Sergio Nieto is now on course. Sergio counting on Caviar, Delta Muscle Z, Zangerzijde Bread in the Netherlands is by Canan, Audo Figo Darsui and Walube du Rouet. The Dem gave Caviar, gave Kirwayal, Delta Muscle Z, the 155 mare of Gianni Giovoni. And the second Dem is the legendary 150 mare Angel of Carrion Scudamore. Now to Sergio Nieto, Mexico y Caviar, Delta Muscle Z. Four faults, 4 faltas, 4 para Sergio Nieto del Rio, Caviar, Caviar Delta Muscle Z over the final fence in 74.67, 74.67 con 4 faltas, 4 as 1 fence goes down in a track built by Marina Azevedo for this 2-star speed competition. And now it's Francisco Leonforte will be our next to battle it out to take the chance in the 2-star field today, riding Cash Girl 7. Cash Girl bred by Siegfried Rempe. It's a German Oldenburger mare by Casino Berlin out of Cordial Medoc and Sandro Z. Once again a proven dam line of Quinta Robe, dam line of Celtia 2. It's Argentina's Francisca Leonforte, Francisco con Cash Girl 7 para Argentina. Eight for Francisco Leonforte, Cash Girl 7, 8 faltas, 8 para Argentina, and 60.89 segundos, 60.89. That was 4 seconds faster than Greta Matienzo and Glamrock Queen HAD, but then it's 8, I'm afraid. 8 faltas para Francisco Leonforte, Cash Girl 7, Argentina. From Cash Girl to original LASC. LASC referring to the La Silla breeding. It's a gelding registered with La Silla stud book, an 8-year-old by Olmeca LASC out of Zafira La Silla. Zafira is by the legendary Carretino. Mexican bred original LASC y representado México en este premio Club Hípico La Silla for Mexico. Juan Pablo Gaspar Albañez, original LASC. Four faults, four penalties for Juan Pablo Gaspar Albañez and original LASC, cuatro faltas, 62.26, 62.26 rather. Once again, a great time on the clock in this speed competition. It's two-star Pre-Club Hípico La Silla, but then 4 on the road. 4 faults for original LASC and Juan Pablo Gaspar Albañez. Tizian es the ally of Alejandro Gottlieb para México también, número 19. Number 19 is now on course. Tizian, bred by Tuno out of Cassini, German breeding here in the arena for Mexico para México. Alejandro Gottlieb is next to go. Elimination, I'm afraid, for Alejandro Gottlieb and Tizian. Elimination in this pre-part by Club Hípico La Silla. Not today, unfortunately, for Tizian and Alejandro Gottlieb in the two-star against the clock. Rodrigo Sebane riding Lady Killer BH. This is a combination for Argentina, representado Argentina con Lady Killer, bred by Maestro van de Bisschop. Netherlands is behind the name of Lady Killer. Dutch bred stallion Rodrigo Sebane for Argentina.
Four faults, four penalties for Rodrigo Sebane, Lady Killer, BH con 4 faltas, 4 en 75, 68, 75.68, and only one fence down in the track built by Marina de Azevedo for this prize club Hípico La Silla for the 2-star against clocking its speed. The score of Greta Matienzo, the time of 64.92 as a challenge. The time ad of Checo Z, bred by the great Chester Pratcat de Mis Publica Z Mexico, para que es Jesus Francisco Rantesaua and Checo Z. That's a 4 faults there on the vertical of GNP Seguros, our title partner of Concurso de Salto La Silla here in Monterrey. Checo Z con 4 faltas, 68.98 segundos, 68.98 for Jesus Francisco Rantesaua. And Checo Z, 4 faltas, score de 4 points de pénalité en 68.98 centièmes. Pegasus Whitaker, the name of this 11-year-old gelding that is Argentinian bred by Barranten in Dorado. We welcome Daniela Estrada Delgado, Pegasus Whitaker, representando México en el Premio Club Hípico La Silla. Clear all the way, clear round, cero falta 68, 25, 68, 2-5, and into fourth position. En cuarto lugar para México, Pegasus Whittaker, Daniela Estrada Delgado, now in fourth place, faster than Ivana Gallner Robinson Burrs, just behind Nicolas Pizarro in the standings. Nicolas in third, Alejandro Martin del Campo in second, Greta Matienzo is leading in this two-star speed class. As we welcome now Emilio Salinas Rodriguez and Boomerang du Milan, bred by Equipe du Milan in France. It's a stallion by Vagabond de la Pomme out of Calvaro Zets and Brasiera Paruven. Strong them line 2 here, Mexico, Emilio Salinas Rodriguez, Boomerang du Milan. Cero falta, cero para México, Boomerang du Milan, Emilio Salinas Rodriguez, cero falta 73, 27, 73.27, and that's a sixth position in the standings. The standings still led by the great glam rock queen HAD and Greta Matienzo for the home nation in primer lugar con el tiempo de 64.92 segundos, 64.92 is to beat. From Boomerang du Milan, from the French bred stallion, to this experienced and an 18-year-old Dutch bred gelding. We're about to welcome our next combination in a few moments. That's going to be Isabella Viviana Estrada Delgado and Serrano. Here he is, Serrano van het Dingeshof, gelding 18 years of age by numero uno and Calvados Dutch bred para Mexico. For Mexico, the very best of luck. That's a 4 faults, 4 penalties at the end, I'm afraid, for Isabella, Viviana, Estrada, Delgado, El Serrano, Van den Dingeshoff, 4 faltas, 63, 53, 63.53 was faster than the Greta Matienzo, but then just a 4 between them and the new Primus position and is pre-powered by Club Hípico La Silla, 4 faults, 4 faltas para Serrano, Van den Dingeshoff for Mexico. And this is now Neorocco M referring to the Morsink family in the Netherlands. It's an offspring stallion that is now 7 years of age, stallion by Zirocco Blue VDL Guidan in Doctoro. We welcome Juan José Salinas Parzuaga para Mexico for Mexico now on course. Neorocco M made the rights, bred by Zirocco Blue VDL. The third M is the legendary Olinda 160 mare there in the pedigree of this Neorocco M, Juan José Salinas. It is 8 faults there for Juan José Salinas and Neorocco M. 8 faltas, 8 in 70.16 seconds on the clock in this two-star speed competition powered by Club Hípico La Silla. 8 faltas, 70.16, 70.16 Neorocco M. Neorocco M leaves the arena in the Grand Prix stage here at La Silla, and it's a home run for Tuna presenting himself. A stallion bred by the great Zambezi Tien, then to the genes of Verdi Tien and VDL Corlands. The dam is the full sister to the 160 jumper Bulavsko of Sanne Thijssen. And it leads us to an interesting Dutch breeding stables. The family Rinkes Cenk Willington out to a home run for Tuna, and Elizabeth Montserrat Guajardo para Mexico for Mexico. Oh yes, 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 that's clear. And look at the time, look at the clock, 64.68 seconds, taking over the lead from Greta Matenzo and Glam Rock Queen HAD is Lisbeth Montserrat Guajardo, and a home run Fortuna en primer lugar para México, 64-68, 64.68 is now to beat. The challenge directly ahead of Ainhoa Manero Benavente in great form last week, representando a España for Spain, riding the 12-year-old Zidane Santa Rosa, bred by Rancho Santa Rosa. It's an offspring by El Dorado from the Zesuk out of Denles by Montebello La Silla. Zidane Santa Rosa para España, Spain. This is Ainhoa Manero Benavente. 64-68 is the challenge. Zero, 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 time of 66.02. A great performance from the hands of Ainhoa Manero Benavente, Zidane Santa Rosa. Zero falta 66.02, 66.02. And sitting in fourth now in the pre-club Hípico La Silla. En cuarto lugar para España. Spain now in fourth place. Leading in 64.68 is Lisbeth Montserrat Guajardo and a home run Fortuna as we welcome Luis Gerardo Castañeda Mercado and Shetland under the wings. Shetland is bred by Chetinho PS out of Land Adel, 9 years of age. Para Mexico, for Mexico now joining us. Eight volts for Shetland and Luis Gerardo Castañeda Mercado. 8 faltas, 8 en ese premio Club Hípico La Silla para los dos estrellas. 8 volts in 61.45, 61.45. Very good time, 61.45, but it's 8 for Shetland. And so we know that 64.68 is beatable, the time of Lisbeth Monserrat Guacardo is beatable, but staying clear is another crucial ingredient for the win in this two-star speed class. Well, here is Sofia Michel Rodriguez as next to come forward, riding Harold TS. It's an offspring bred by Indrel de Massé, Socrate de Chivre, and Capoc, some strong French and Spanish breeding in the pedigree of this Harold TS. Harold TS con Sofia Michel Rodriguez para México, for Mexico. Elimination, I'm afraid, for Sofia Michel Rodriguez and Harold TS. Elimination, unfortunately, in the pre-part by Club Hípico La Silla in this two-star against the clock elimination for Harold TS. Durango PS is another great product out of the stables of Gestud Lewitz, selling by the Aron OLD out of Balubet Duruet and Chaco Blue out of the same dam as Corlu PS of Carlin Müller, and the third dam is a legendary Centina of Tina Luntz. Patricio Pascal representado México con Durango PS. Four faults, four penalties for Patricio Pascal en Durango PS, 4 faltas, 4 para México en este premio Club Hípico La Silla para los dos estrellas 69-92. Four faults for Durango PS in this challenge set by Marina de Azevedo. Alexo and Lorena Nieto, México también for the home tricolore 2, riding a Dutch-bred 16-year-old experienced stallion bred by número 1, Hiroko and Hugo. This is combination number 34, número 34 es Lorena Nieto y Alexo. retiring in this two-star competitions. The veterinarian is on the way. Our veterinarian team is making their way to you, Lorena, to take care of Alexo. Nicole, if you would like to go out and go back to the warm-up, that's possible. So Nicole, if you would like, you can go back to the warm-up as we are taking care, and our veterinarian team is taking care of Alexo. Our veterinarian team is taking care with their expertise of Alexo the best way they can. May we also kindly remind you, ladies and gentlemen, dear audience, to please not make any pictures or not to film anything or post anything online out of respect for our riders and especially for our horses. So out of respect, may we kindly remind you to please not take any pictures or not make any videos or post anything online out of respect for our riders and out of respect for our sport and our veterinarians. Please keep that in mind. Our veterinarian team is taking care with their expertise and their experience of Alexo the best way they can. Because as you know, the welfare and well-being of our horses is an absolute priority for the organization of Concurso de Salto de la Silla. So out of respect for the well-being and welfare of the horse, may we kindly ask you to not make any videos or pictures. We hope for the best. Alexo is taken away by our horse ambulance and will be treated with the best expertise and experience from our veterinarian team. We follow the procedure as is mentioned in the regulations of our sport, and our veterinarian team is taking care with their experience and expertise of Alexo, and we hope for the very best. We resume this competition, this two-star prize club Hípico La Silla with Only You Zets, Only You, bred by Urbanus and the Prince de Revel. It's combination for Mexico, representado Mexico, con Only You Zet, Nicole Velasco Magana for Mexico, as Mexico in this two-star competition against the clock. Four faults, four penalties on the vertical of GNPC Kudos, cuatro faltas para Nicole Velasco Magana, Only You Z, 62-35, 62.35, once again faster than Elizabeth Monserrat Guajardo, but it's a four faults, cuatro faltas, four for Only You Z. 50-50, bred by the Terschuren family in the Netherlands, gelding by Barant out of Favoritas and Clinton. Then is Zaula SC now to 50-50, and Jaime Martinez, Mexico for Mexico, number 36. Eight for Jaime Martinez and a 50-50, 8 faltas, 8 and 74-18, 8 faults in the round of 50-50. It is pre-powered by Club Hípico La Silla. Cornet to win is combining the genes of Cornet Borlinski, Coronino and Weinberg. It's a full brother to the great Come to Win, the 160 gelding of Cedric Fegaillet. and comes out of the same dam as some other interesting horses as Compaxino and Calesta. This is now corner 2 win by Cornet Tobolensky for Mexico para Mexico. Alejandro Martín del Campo, cornet 2 win. Corner 2 win and Alejandro Martín del Campo over the final fence in 73.09 with the 4 faults, 4 faltas, 73.09 segundos. 73.09 at the time for the 10-year-old stallion by Cornet Tobolensky and Coronino. Corner 2 win, Alejandro Martín del Campo with 4 jumping penalties. And that means the start of our 39th combination in this Pre-Club Hípico da Silla. It's Gaudi, Dutch bred by Lexicon, and some are the dames Amarra, yes, Sergio Nieto, Gaudi para Mexico for the whole nation. $71.37 and the 4 faults at the end, I'm afraid, for Sergio Nieto. 4 faltas, 71.37, 71.37 on the clock for the 14-year-old gelding Gaudi and Sergio Nieto, Mexico for the Tricolore. And from Gaudi to Urapan SCDN is bred by Coronado in RW out of Staccato and the Fox Hunter. The dam jumped 145 Grand Prix. The dam is Summertime of Abdullah Metal Muheri. It's Gregorio Martinez Hernandez, Urapan SCDN for Mexico, number 40. Time to beat still in the hands of Lisbeth Montserrat Guajardo, time of 64.68. 12 in total for Uruapan SDN, Gregorio Martinez Hernandez, 12 faltas, 12 in 68.95 seconds. A good time, that is true, but it's 12 on the other side for Uruapan SDN, led by the Westfalenrijn of Coronado and RW. Two Just Gone Geste van de Bos Z, the breeding stables of the Bos-Tails family in Belgium. Zangerzijde Jeans, Just Gone Geste, bred by Jaguar van Pamel out of the dam Nina Druus out. The dam jumped 160 Grand Prix with Jody Bos-Tails. That dam is bred by Tenor Monsier and Nicolas III, and that dam gave Fontaine d'Eau of Isabelle de Robin. Marco Antonio Carabati is riding Just Gone Geste van de Bos Z. That's elimination, I'm afraid, for Just Gone Geste van den Bosset and Marco Antonio Canavati. Elimination, unfortunately, the pre-part by Club Bibico La Silla in this two-star speed class for Just Gone Geste van den Bosset. Hector is next on course. Hector Ortiz Galan is riding Campari LS La Silla. Campari combining Casal on the sire side, and then it's Carlo Magno LS on the dam side. The dam is Sombra LS, Mexican bred La Silla breeding product, 8 years of age. Campari LS La Silla y representado México, número 42, Hector Ortiz Galan, Campari LS La Silla. Eide voor Campari, la Silla, Hector Ortiz Galán, 8 faltas, 8:68.03, a time of 68.03, and that's a score of 8 connected to the time of Hector Ortiz Galán and Campari, LS, la Silla. To Pinalotate and to Juan Pablo Gaspar Albañez para México. Bienvenido, Pinalotate. Pinalotano for runner, Brad Merritt, Perige potential Prince Willem Mer out of Pina Colada, jumping 145 with Chantal Recta in the Netherlands. An interesting breeding product. The only Grand Prix genes on the sire side, but on the dam side too, of Pinalotate and Juan Pablo Gaspar Albañez, Mexico. Oh yes, that's a new leader. The Pre-Club Hípico La Silla, 63.70. Pinalotate en primer lugar para México. Juan Pablo Gaspar Albañez in great form last week, in great form this week, with a leading position in this two-star speed class. 63.70 is now to beat. 63.70 segundos para México. Juan Pablo Gaspar Albañez is now leading. If there's somebody who found a black iPhone 16 in the ladies' bathroom, please be so kind and drop that off at our sport office, at the show office here at Club Hípico La Silla, a black iPhone 16. Thank you in advance. Well, this is now a Taboo, bred by Yucato and a wonderful 14-year-old Mexican bred stallion, bred and registered with the La Silla Statbook, Sergio Nieto, México, y Taboo, en el premio Club Hípico La Silla. Tabou and Sergio Nieto for Mexico for the home delegation. This two-star field of the pre-powered by Club Hípico La Silla. A score of 8 penalties in the 69.86 for this combination. Tabou Sergio Nieto, ci faltas 8 points de pénalité. Isabella Viviana Strada Delgado Pinot Gris. Pinot Gris is the right Belgium bred is Pinot Gris, bred by Nabab de Rijve out of Darolin. Darolin is the dam to Pinot Gris. Pinot Gris by Nabab de Rijve and Heartbreaker. We welcome Isabella Viviana Strada Delgado, Mexico, number 46, number 46, and Pinot Gris. Best of luck. Deciding to retire is Pinot Gris and Isabella Viviana Strada Delgado se retiran al premio Club Hípico La Silla para los dos estrellas. The two-star speed class is about to be decided. Will it be Juan Pablo Gaspar Albañez or will it be the great Luis Gerardo Castañeda Mercado claiming the win in this two-star competition against the clock, riding and counting on the talents of this Mexican-bred mare Santa Rosa Gata by Santa Rosa Travels and Balou du Rover. Luis Gerardo Castañeda Mercado lost to go for the home nation para Mexico. Well, look at that, as lost to go, but all the way on top of the standings on top of the leaderboard. El ganador para México, Luis Gerardo Castañeda Mercado, riding Santa Rosa Gata. What a round and what a way to finish this speed class with a speedy round from Santa Rosa Gata in 58.70, 58.70. El ganador para México, felicidades Luis Gerardo Castañeda Mercado. En segundo lugar, Juan Pablo Gaspar Báñez y Pinalota T. Third for Lisbeth Monserrat Guajardo and a home run Fortuna. Fourth for Greta Matienzo, riding Glam Rock Queen HAD in the fifth position. En quinto lugar, México también Alejandro Martín del Campo y Canandro Dos, concluding the top five in this Paris Club Hípico La Silla. Prize giving is on the way. Presentation is coming up of this two-star speed competition. Prize giving of the Prix Club Hippico La Silla. Prize giving of the 2-star speed class powered by Club Hippico La Silla, ladies and gentlemen. We start with a combination in the 5th place and quinto lugar para México. For Mexico, stepping forward at Conandro 2, Alejandro Martín del Campo in the 5th place in his 2-star Against the Clock. Receiving congratulations from our members of the presenting party in 5th place, Conandro and Alejandro Martín del Campo. And cuarto lugar para Mexico. For Mexico 2 is Greta Matienzo. A lovely round with Glamrock Queen H. Shady in 4th place. In 3rd, for the home tricolore as well, home run Fortuna. En tercer lugar, felicidades Lisbeth Montserrat Guajardo. In the 3rd, in this 2-star Prix Club Hippico La Silla in 3rd position. 2nd place and segundo lugar, 2nd for the home tricolore 2, Pinalotta T and Juan Pablo Gaspar Albañez in 2nd. And the champion has lost to go, but what a round and what a performance. El ganador, Luis Gerardo Castañeda Mercado, México, con Santa Rosa Gata, the champion of the Prix Club Hippico La Silla. Congratulations to our primus inter pares. In honor of the win of Luis Gerardo Castañeda Mercado, may we kindly ask you to please be upstanding for the national anthem of Mexico, el himno nacional de México. Mexico, a home win for Luis Gerardo Castañeda Mercado and Santa Rosa Gata. Congratulations to our champion. And so we are all set for the concluding victory gallop. The lap of honor led by the one, the only El Primus, Luis Gerardo Castañeda Mercado, el ganador para México.
We have a new leader.